Odessa Brown Children's Clinic and Seattle Children's Special.
Well, I think we have a big community standing behind us tonight, and we want you to join the team. Hi, I'm Jean Anderson.
And I'm Dr. Ben Danielson from the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, and we're coming to you live from Seattle Children's Hospital for a very special cause.
So how many times in your life do you have a chance to do a small thing that has a great impact? To help a child, to maybe save a child's life, to build a stronger community, a community that's stronger for you and me, for all of us. Tonight's the night, and this is your chance. The Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, which is part of Seattle Children's, has been operating in the central area for 50 years, bringing medical, dental, nutritional, and mental health to kids regardless of their family's ability to pay. And their focus is on the values of dignity and equity and diversity. We have expansion plans to share with you tonight. It's a whole community of plans, of which Odessa Brown is the centerpiece. We have a really surprise, big, generous donation we want to tell you about at the top of the show. And if you stay tuned to the end of this telethon hour, we have a couple more big surprises to tell you about. Ben?
That's right, a lot of surprises. Our clinic was started with this idea of quality care with dignity almost 50 years ago, and that idea of dignity lives on today. We do incredible things in the clinic, but we can only do it with the support of a really thoughtful and giving community. Our need is greater, our families are expanding further and further, and we want to make sure that every child grows up with everything they need to thrive, have joy, and be big contributors to society when they grow up too.
Don't you want to be part of the team that Ben is a leader of, and the big community that surrounds us is part of the team? So tonight we're going to tell you how you can be part of this big team, what your part is that you can play, and we hope you'll join us. We're going to now see Jim Dever, who is, as you know, evening for King 5, and Jim is going to tell us how the phone bank works and how you can call in or you can email us and make your donation. Jim.
That's right, Jean. We have a room full of volunteers. Volunteers, make some noise. So these guys are waiting. You got to make more noise than that, by the way. A little more. Oh, she's on a call. No wonder. Okay, well, that's great. The phones are ringing already. That's what we're looking for. We have this room full of volunteers waiting to take your call. Once you hear the great work that Odessa Brown Children's Clinic is doing, you're going to want to race to that phone, pick it up, and call 206-987-1061 or 866-987-1061. The numbers are on your screen. Where are they on the screen? Are they below me? They're below me somewhere? Yeah, I can't see the screen. You're looking at the screen, I am not. Or you can, maybe you're gonna, here's the thing. We've got some famous faces. If you call, you might be able to talk to, for instance, St. Brian from the King 5 Evening Show. He doesn't even talk to me, and I work with him day after day, right?
That's true.
See, he doesn't talk. Sorry, Saint. Another way you can get a hold of us, if you're really bashful, maybe you don't want to talk to St. Brian, you can go online. You can go to seattlechildrens.org/OBCC special, or you can text to your phone at 51555. We'll send you the link, and you can bring the money right in. We can't wait to have it. There will be some exciting matches throughout the night, too, to double your giving. Jean, Dr. Ben, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you. And yes, our first match is a big, generous one. Okay. It's from Martin Selig Real Estate, and it's for $25,000, which means, yes, that's a big number. That means if you give $25, it becomes $50. If you give $1,000, it becomes $2,000. This is the first of a number of matches and another big surprise at the end of the program tonight. But we thank Martin Selig Real Estate for a generous donation, and we thank you for chipping in and making that donation go twice as far, right, Ben?
Twice as far. I love that math. This is so exciting, and it's going to an incredible cause. We're going to build a new clinic in the Rainier Valley. It's going to be an incredible place. We're going to do the kinds of things we've always dreamed of for promoting the health of kids, and you're going to be a part of it.
So we call this clinic a beacon of hope in our community, and it has been that for so many families for at least 50 years. We want to build a clinic for the next 50 years that can be an example for other urban areas around the country of how really good medical care comes to be. Let's take a look at the Odessa Brown Clinic. Here's Amity Idrisi.
I feel like Odessa is our second home.
Foxy Davidson calls the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic her home away from home.
She's there frequently with her 2 children who suffer from sickle cell disease. On top of getting excellent medical care, Foxy says the staff at Odessa speak her language.
To be able to walk in the building and you see providers who look like you or get the same struggles that you might be having, understand them, and it's not something that you always talk about, but it's something that's understood.
Seattle Children's announced it will soon break ground on a new Odessa Brown Children's Clinic in Rainier Valley. Welcome news for Foxy and so many other families forced further from the city center as the cost of living continues to soar.
I mean, our family really could not live in the CD anymore. We literally were priced out of the CD.
At first, this was the exact right spot to serve low-income families. And you can see how since then, that pot has tipped over and the poverty has really spilled or spread throughout South Seattle into South King County.
Clinic director Dr. Benjamin Danielson says the new Othello location will be built adjacent to the Othello Link Light rail station. The new clinic will be part of an urban community concept called Othello Square, which will include a community center, housing, and an early learning program.
Our greatest performance indicator of success for our clinic is how well we help kids prepare to be good students in school.
Dr. Danielson has been the medical director at OBCC for the past 19 years. During that time, he's watched families grow and new generations come to rely on Odessa. Former patients are now parents, like Octavia Renee.
When I think of Odessa Brown, I don't only think about the medical side. It's where I learned to, brush and floss daily,
Octavia went to OBCC as a child and had her first child at 16. She says the programs at the clinic helped her prepare for motherhood. She calls Odessa Brown a magical place.
And what makes it magical is the interactions. And so when I think of Odessa Brown, it's a place for all of who you are, a holistic lifestyle for people of color, intentionally, wrapped in love. It's like it doesn't get any better than that.
It's a medical home for so many people, and you hear this comment from so many families that when I've been in the clinic, I hear them say their care is with compassion and with deep understanding of people's situations, and they feel like it's a medical home, a home away from home, and for generations, that's been the service that Odessa Brown has provided. It's a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing. If you're ever having a bad day, come to our waiting room and be around some of these kids and the families, and I guarantee you will leave with a smile on your face.
That's right, and you will have a vision of the future because these kids are our future. Jim, back to the phone bank, and I hear those phones ringing off the wall.
Yeah, absolutely, and we actually have our celebrity phone answerers at work taking your pledges throughout the night. Cliff Averill over here. Just wave, Cliff, I know you're busy. There's radio legend Bender. He needs only one name. That's what radio legends are like. And Michael King from the King 5 Evening Show. So right now we've got something really exciting to tell you about. Delta Airlines is giving us a $5,000 match amount. So that means for the next 3 minutes, whatever you donate is going to be doubled by Delta Airlines and all our friends at Delta Airlines. A lot of them are here tonight answering phones, and we really appreciate them stepping up and supporting Odessa Brown Children's Clinic. So this is how it works. Oh, you're off the phone, Cliff. So here's how it works. It's simple math. So if somebody calls in with $100, it's going to get doubled. You're a money man. You know what that means.
Oh yes, cash me out. That means I believe Delta will be matching it, so you get $200, baby.
There, it works just like that.
Easy peasy.
Or maybe in your case, $100,000 will be $200,000. That's very easy to do.
It adds up quick.
Very easy to do. You know what? I'm really bothering Bender right here. So, but that is kind of my part-time job, actually,
to bothering
Bender. So there's lots of ways that you can get involved, and lots of ways that you can contribute. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm making too much noise. Just get on the phone and dial 866-987-1061 or 206-987-1061, or you can go online. You can even text 51555. We'll send you a link and you can donate that way. A lot of famous faces here tonight, and it looks like Gene and Dr. Ben are with a famous face right now. Guys?
Well, thank you, Jim. And this is a real fan of Odessa Brown. Lenny Wilkins, you know him as the championship coach of the Seattle Supersonics back in 1979, and he is a super champion of Odessa Brown Clinic. So Lenny, welcome, and thank you for all you do for the clinic. You're pretty excited about the next phase, right?
I really am. You know, I came here in 1969 kicking and screaming because I didn't want to be here.
Oh.
But, you know, after I got here, I got to know the people, and seeing what has transpired since that time, getting connected with the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, you know, and young people, they're tomorrow's doctors, lawyers,
right,
announcers, you know, and so for the future, that's what we're excited about. And to see the new clinic, I'm like you, I want to see that picture where there's just thousands of people out there saying, hey, this is ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they asked for the clinic, we're providing what people have asked for, and it's a whole community resource, right?
It's incredible. And you're incredible for being part of this clinic for its whole existence. And what does it mean to you to be such a long-lasting supporter and the effect it might have on other people?
Well, like I said, I'm excited about it because I'm all about young people. You know, they're our future. And anytime that we can help them understand and survive to realize that they will make the difference of what our future here will be. And this is a great area. I mean, they're so giving back to the community. And so to be a part of the community and see what has grown, what has come from it, I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think the whole community concept, we talk about community wellness or community strength, it's that the whole community, like you were saying, Lenny, I have this vision of this picture of thousands of people on this space at Othello Square where we're going to build this new clinic. And this will be a big wide shot, as we say on television, of hundreds or thousands of people who want this clinic, who support this clinic in ways big and small, and it's your chance tonight to join that team and be part of the team that's building the new Odessa Brown and building the future that Lenny's talking about for kids.
I can't say this enough, Lenny. Thank you so much for everything you've done, for all the people you've mentored, and all the lives that you've already changed. Really, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. I'm so excited about it too, you know, and especially the people who started it all. Names like Freddie Mae, Gautier, Toby Burton, Dr. Levizio, all those people started this, and now their vision is here.
And you're going to build, or help us build,
the
next 50 years.
That's right.
Lenny, thank you so much. Thanks for all you do for the kids in our community and for Odessa Brown.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we've got a lot of fans, and we've got some pretty famous fans, and we want you to be part of this fan base, part of the team that's going to build the new Odessa Brown. So join the team. And let's talk to Jim and see how many new team members for Odessa Brown's new team we've signed up. Jim?
Yeah, it's going really well. It's actually pretty busy here in the phone room as the volunteers are accepting pledges from far and wide. If you want to get on Lenny Wilkins' team, you can call now 206-987-1061, toll free 866-987-1061, or you can go online if you are a more bashful type and you don't need to talk to anyone, you just want to make sure you give of your heart and of your wallet. You can do that by going to seattlechildrens.org/OBCC special. Now, remember this, we have that $25,000 from Martin Seelig Real Estate. That means if you call in with a $100 pledge, it immediately becomes $200, right up to $25,000. We're so happy that Martin Seelig Real Estate was able to help us out tonight. It's great. We've got Lenny Wilkins on our team. We have Cliff Averill on our team. And all of the volunteers in this room as well are all right here on our team. We'll be right back.
Growing Wellness, an Odessa Brown Children's Clinic and Seattle Children's Special, is sponsored by Seattle Children's.
Celia's sickle cell anemia is always with her, but so is her specialized care. That's because Seattle Children's Odessa Brown Children's Clinic has always been close by to help her feel like her happy self. And today, Celia's bright outlook shows that when you say yes to Seattle Children's, we can say yes to caring for kids like Celia.
I've said yes. I've said yes in a big way, and I hope you will tonight as well. The program is called Growing Wellness. So what do we mean by that? It means part of the work that we do at Odessa Brown is prevention of sickness, prevention of diseases in families. So take a look at the Odessa Brown Clinic that Michael King gives us about the work inside the Odessa Brown Clinic.
I think it's important as for parents to be able to have a place that they can trust and feel at home. They walk in the front doors and they know the people at the front desk, whether they're here for immunizations, a vaccination, or they're here for a mental health visit.
For Dr. Tumani Coker, working at Odessa Brown Children's Clinic means being part of a family.
Hello, Kalia. You climbed up all there all by yourself? You're a big girl. What I think I love the most about it is working with this team. So I don't feel like I'm just one provider, just trying to provide care for my patients and the families of my patients.
And that care goes beyond the routine checkup. The clinic also promotes wellness through dental services, mental health, and nutrition.
Odessa Brown is a very special place, I think, in the community. The fact that we have a team that surrounds the family and that can provide all these different services in a really comprehensive way and all in one place, most places just can't do that. Good job.
All the girls love it, they're happy, they always get the best services.
Put your head up.
The Benton family came to the clinic 2 years ago after their oldest daughter, Kalia, was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
And so we tried this out, and we were really impressed with Dr. Coker and the whole clinic and the way we were treated. They're just so accommodating, and they've offered to pay for diabetes camp and just go the extra mile to help us, because it's hard financially to have somebody with a disease like this.
I'm always challenged by what we can do to make care even better for our families, being part of a team that is all working towards the same goal, and that's really rewarding.
So earlier in the program tonight, we told you that a family feeling pervades the Odessa Brown Clinic, and we have a family here who feels very much that way. Shamika Cornelius and your family, you were a patient at Odessa Brown?
Yes.
And now your 3 children are patients at Odessa Brown?
Yes.
So tell me your names, kids.
Samira Cornelius.
Yes.
Shariel Cornelius. Sayer Cornelius.
Yes. And what does the clinic mean to you? We'll start with you.
It means to me that it's a good place for kids to go when they need help.
Uh-huh. Wow, and a kid thinks going to the doctor is a good place to go. That's really a good clinic. How about you?
Yeah, it was just always really easy, and it was never like uncomfortable. They made you feel very welcome and at home.
Nice job, nice job. And you?
I'd say I was never afraid to get shots. The nurses and the doctors were always very helpful and nice with anything and everything I needed.
What do they do that makes shots not so scary? We all want to know that.
They make you feel comfortable and just like help you out, you know, close your eyes or look the other way. They give you a couple of seconds warning, you know, it's always nice.
So Shamika, you were a patient at the clinic. Your 3 kids have been patients at the clinic, so it's really a family, a home away from home for your family?
It's definitely a home away from home. Since I went there as a youth, then I enjoyed it. It was always the prizes that I look forward to. The doctors were really nice. As far as my children, they would prepare them very well for shots, knowing how scared they were of them. It's like, okay, we know you like to kind of jump when we give you a shot, so we're just going to prepare you ahead of time. So they're very flexible in knowing of each kid's feelings and emotions and how to deal with that child, I would say.
So something else that we think about in the clinic is it kind of puts kids and families on a runway to succeed, not just to be healthy, but also in education. And I understand you're a Rainier scholar and you're now in college?
Yes, I am a Rainier scholar and I'm now at Seattle University.
Wow, congratulations. And you're going to try to be one also?
Yes.
Well, good luck. When your test is this weekend or next week?
Next weekend.
All right. Good luck. So Shamika and your beautiful family, they grow them tall in Shamika's family, don't they? They grow them tall at the Odessa Brown Clinic.
That's Odessa Brown. Good health and beauty.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Shamika and your beautiful family, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us. And go Odessa Brown, donate, and make a child's life better.
Yeah, thank you so much. Jim, I think that probably made the phones ring again, right?
Yeah, it's going great over here. We've got we so much appreciate the volunteers in this room, and we so much appreciate you for keeping them busy tonight, for picking up the phone and dialing 206. I'm so excited I can't even get the numbers out. 206-987-1061 or 866-987-1061. And we have another exciting miracle match from Safeway Albertsons. $10,000 over the next 3 minutes. Whatever you give, they will double up to $10,000. So we are very appreciative of them and everyone in the community who has stepped up, including St. Brian, who a lot of people don't know this, but he has a nickname that we use around the office, and he's got it on his nameplate here. Big Hunk. Thank you, Big Hunk.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not the only celebrity here. You've probably seen this woman on television before. This is Darlene. She was here last year answering the phones and brought in hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yes, she did. And Darlene, what is it that brings you back?
Well, I love the work, and I used to work for Odessa Brown.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. So I love this.
Oh, great. So you know the good work that they do
I
up
know the
close.
good work, yes, up close.
Yeah. And you also know how strapped for resources a clinic like Odessa Brown Children's Clinic can be to serve all the people, all the families who come in. And it doesn't matter if they can pay or not.
Absolutely.
They're all going to get the best care possible,
Absolutely, the best. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So we want to thank you for all of your service, both here tonight and with Odessa Brown Children's Clinic. And keep these phones ringing. We want to keep everyone here very busy. You can also go online, go to text 51555, and we'll send you the link right there. Jean, Dr. Ben, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you. And we have a couple of other matches coming up, which means if you donate now or in the next couple of minutes, whatever you donate will be doubled. So, Ben, we talk about all the services that the clinic provides, medical, dental, mental health, and we all know that in terms of health, mental health for kids right now is especially important.
One of the greatest needs in any community, but especially in the community that we serve. Luckily, we have some amazing people who are leading the way with really groundbreaking types of therapies and interventions and supports. Maybe their best skill ever is that they're just incredible listeners.
So let's take a look at how this plays out at the clinic. Amity Idrisi gives us a look.
On a bad day, you have first graders that are sometimes hitting each other. They might not be listening to each other.
I would hear stories about him just kind of taking all the pencils and everything that's on the table and throwing it all over the room and standing up on the chair and just kind of feeding off the attention of the whole class.
Just another day at school, a common experience for teachers and students. But at Beacon Hill International Elementary, they have a plan.
So what does an irritated face look like? What makes you feel irritated?
When my brother won't leave me alone.
Feelings Bingo is one of the creative tools therapists from the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic uses to help students understand themselves.
When did your feelings get hurt?
When my mom yells at me.
Yeah.
Gina Gutman, a mental health therapist, works directly with students in the school.
My job is to help children be successful in school and to try to remove the barriers that are keeping them from being successful.
We dearly love the kids and families that come here. We want to serve them well, and we also are very concerned about the families that can't make it to our clinic. So we had to go to where families were, and what a wonderful way to do that, and that is go to schools and go to where the kids and families live.
Mark Fadul manages the mental health program at Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, where they figured out how to weave mental health care for families into every visit.
And once you have that time to really listen, ask the questions that are open-ended and hear the story, because from there, the path gets a lot brighter.
Pick another.
Pick another one. Let's do flowers.
There are kids that experience trauma, and there are kids that they don't have a stable home life, and that is tough at home. And you see that in the classroom. It comes out right here in class, and it's tough.
Michael has a supportive family. Michael has a lot of, intelligence and creativity and emotion, sensitivity. He's, has a more difficult time in the traditional classroom setting.
I'm so thankful for the program just to help me help my kids navigate and just have them better prepared to be able to have the words to talk about their emotions.
Wow, that's really wonderful. I keep hearing this word community, and it has so much meaning for me. The idea of community and what it takes to really light that path for these children. Community is all around us. It's here tonight, it's in this room, and I hope that you're becoming part of this community because it's a really special time. One part of our community that's really important to us is our guilds.
And you are both members of the guild. We have Cynthia Huffman here, and we have Carmen Gayton here, who are members of the Odessa Brown Guild. And tell us really why, first of all, the two of you support Odessa Brown.
Well, for me, I want to pick up on what Ben said about community, because we hear a lot about communities. We talk about our school community, heaven forbid the Facebook community, but community at Odessa Brown is really a different thing. It's of, by, and for the community. It's people who are really engaged. Our friend and fellow guild member, Shamika, who just told you about her family, that's the kind of community we want. Multi-generational people who are really engaged in the growth of our community. And I hope people realize when you're talking about the clinic and investing in one child and one family, you're really investing in our community and the well-being and the future of our community for all children.
So Carmen, one way we build community at Odessa Brown is the guild system. So talk about the guild, the event coming up, and what the guild is doing.
So we're super excited about our guild. Our second annual fundraiser is coming up next Thursday on March the 14th, and it's going to be held at the Northwest African American Museum between 6 and 8:30, and we're so excited because last year we exceeded our goal, and we were so extremely excited about that, and we're hoping to do the same this coming year.
So the new clinic, what are your hopes and dreams for this big clinic at Othello Square, right on the Link Light Rail system in the community that we serve that's moved down there? What are your dreams and thoughts about the new clinic?
It's exciting. It is Dr. Ben's passion, and it's like, why do you not want to support Dr. Danielson and what all of the staff and the members of Odessa Brown do for our community, and embracing the community and giving people hope and giving people just meaning and confidence in having good medical health care.
And I think one of the things when we think about community is community health, that we're not just helping the individual child or that family, but when that family is healthier, it helps build the whole community to be healthier, and that's another meaning when we say Odessa Brown Community Health Clinic.
Right, exactly. Right.
Carmen, Cynthia, thank you for joining us. Thanks for the work you're doing to support Odessa Brown. Back to Jim, and let's see if this made the phones ring off the wall.
Yeah, they're ringing pretty well, actually. We're hearing from everyone tonight. Remember, every dollar counts, whether you can give a little or give a lot. Give what you can. You can see the great work that is happening. And right now, your giving will be doubled thanks to a generous donation from Martin Seelig Real Estate, $25,000. So they will match your donation throughout the night. A big thank you to Martin Seelig Real Estate for their generosity. Now, my friend St. Brian here, I spent a lot of time making fun of you, but you actually did a really good thing tonight. You answered the phone.
I answered the phone, which, as you know, at work I rarely do. But
right,
I answered the phone.
You never do. And when I'm calling, you never answer the phone.
Never answer.
But you answered the phone and something incredible just happened.
I got a pledge for $20,000 from somebody who's watching.
What was this person's story?
This person's story is that she and her husband talked about helping the people that really help in our community. Her husband has passed away, and she was watching tonight. She knows what Dr. Ben does at the clinic, and wanted to give her full support.
That's great.
$20,000 worth.
It's
stunning.
It's just amazing. Yeah. I just got a little bit of a tingle there, thinking how.
It wasn't me. I kept my hands to myself.
When I'm standing next to you, it sometimes happens. But no, what a great! It's an emotional tingle, Saint. Emotional.
Okay.
Don't take it there. And we appreciate so much everyone who gets on the phone. You may not be able to give us $20,000, but whatever you can give, we will be happy to get. The numbers are on your screen, so pick up your phone right now and call us. Dr. Ben, Jean. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be right back. It's live TV. What do I know?
Charlotte underwent heart surgery at Seattle Children's at just 4 months old. Throughout her childhood, she's had a host of other medical issues. Her family qualified for financial assistance so they could focus on helping Charlotte get better, not her medical bills. When you say yes to Seattle Children's, we can say yes to providing uncompensated care to those who need it most. See what your yes can do at seattlechildrens.org/yes. Hope, care, cure.
Growing Wellness, an Odessa Brown Children's Clinic and Seattle Children's Special, is sponsored by Seattle Children's.
All right. We're excited about our next guest, somebody that you might recognize, Cliff Averill and his beautiful wife, Tia. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I'm awestruck just being close to you, so please excuse me if my voice cracks, but it's just amazing. I know. And it's not just because you're an incredible athlete and you've done so many great things on the field, but it's what you do off the field, which is really exciting to me. Can you say a little bit about your foundation and how it started?
Oh yes, the Cliff Averill Family Foundation. We started about 6 years ago, where we're geared towards juvenile diabetes, but also doing the education system in Haiti as well. Something we're very passionate about, and we want to continue to just try to make a difference.
And how did you both get involved with the Odessa Brown Clinic? Why did it draw you to the clinic?
Well, it's always been important for us to support organizations that serve the underserved. And so when I attended Lenny's event a few years ago and heard Dr. Danielson speak about Odessa and all that they're doing there, it just moved me in a different way. So Cliff and I had the opportunity to go and visit the clinic, and when you get there and you see that it's not just about their physical well-being, but their overall just mental well-being as well, it moved us. Yeah. So
it moved you, Cliff, to the point that I think you're mentoring some of the kids who come through the clinic?
Yes, we're starting a mentoring program where, I want to kind of just start mentoring some of these kids as far as for just showing them different avenues. A lot of them look up to me as an athlete, but I want to show them, there's a lot of different things out there that you can do as well. So it's going to be pretty fun for me to be a part of it.
You're absolutely a natural at it, too. Yes. I watched you in the clinic a few months ago, and these kids were all just gravitating to you, and you were asking them these incredible questions.
Got to keep the grades up. That's first and foremost. That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. So if I mentor you, just know you got to keep those grades up, and everything else will be fun after that.
Yeah. It feels so much like you're a partnership. I mean, what is it? How do you do that together in this incredible partnership?
We try to just make sure we're on the same page. Like, we both have a passion of influencing and making a difference in the youth in general. So
it's just natural. It's teamwork. She kind of leads the way, to be honest with you. But it's teamwork. We both kind of find that passion, and we want to just make a difference in individuals' lives.
She said you kind of lead the way, Cliff.
Well, we lead together.
Oh, that's great. Great teamwork.
We all know who's really doing the leading.
Great teamwork. Both of you bosses. You're both really good at what you're doing.
Thank you.
And thanks for what you do for the kids and the families at Odessa Brown Clinic. We really appreciate it, and good luck with your work in the clinic in the future.
Thank you. We're just happy to be a part of the process.
Well, we're happy you are. Thank you very much.
You are game changers. So thank you so much for everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So we talk about all the ways the Odessa Brown Clinic serves kids and families. And one of the things that the clinic can do is bring brighter smiles to the faces of these kids. Let's look at the dental clinic.
So do you know what we're doing here today? We can check on that tooth. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to put the chair back. Here we go. I'm Dr. Lim. I'm one of the staff dentists who provide comprehensive dental care for the children of Odessa Brown. I just celebrated my 38th anniversary at the clinic. Did you brush this morning? I grew up in Malaysia, and because of the generosity and kindness of people who didn't know me, I was able to get a very good education at Wellesley College and at Harvard School of Dental Medicine. Because of that kind of experience and because of my training, I just felt drawn to working in a community clinic. So this is like a little rubber donut.
We came in to
have Selah's teeth, put a spacer in between his teeth.
This one will be a little bit tighter, okay? Hang in there. You are providing care to a population who needs the services, and in particular with Odessa Brown, it's such a unique situation where you can provide as a provider who believes that all children deserve to have access to quality dental care.
It doesn't matter where you come from, but when you get here, you're welcomed here. And you're treated with respect and dignity.
So you know what? We're done for today. How does that sound to you?
Good.
Good, yeah? You sure earned a few coins there. We're gonna get some toys.
You're welcome, thank you. Everybody that I've interacted with here has been nice, very professional. And I appreciate that as a person who visits, as a patient, and bringing my kids here. That's why I continue to bring them back here.
Brighter smiles indeed.
Bigger smiles. It's amazing, isn't it? There's so many different ways that dignity is promoted and that children find their way to thrive. I'm always impressed by the idea that something like a smile, as simple as a healthy smile, can be such a changer in a child's life, can make them want to raise their hand in class, can make them really want to think about who they want to be. I think a happy smile tells a child, I matter, and I think that's really beautiful.
And I think one of the great things about the clinic is the idea that medical and dental and mental, not just your appointments are all in one place, but the clinic takes care of the whole child, realizing that you're not healthy if your teeth aren't healthy. You're not happy if your teeth are in pain. Right. You can't get good nutrition. And dental care is so important that I think Jim Dever is going to give us an example of who's kicking in to help improve dental care. Right, Jim?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, one way you can help is by calling right now, and you may even get to speak with a friend of Delta Dental who is here with us tonight, the Tooth Fairy. I'm going to talk to her in just a second. But first, I want to let you know that Delta Dental will match up to $10,000 for the next 3 minutes any donations that come in over these phones. So you can call the Tooth Fairy and make her cry. Is that right, Tooth Fairy?
It is. Every single person who's called so far has been crying, and then I immediately start crying. I can't help it. It's so touching.
It is a very emotional night. We're getting some really, really touching pledges. People have stories behind their pledges. We talked to St. Brian a little earlier about how a woman pledged $20,000 in honor of her late husband. We're hearing stories like that over and over and over again, and it's all to help Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, and it comes from your heart. So we want to say thank you so much for picking up the phone and calling 206. Do you know the number yet? Do you got it memorized yet? 987-1061. The numbers are on your screen. You can also go online to children'shospital.org/OBCC special. There, I just memorized it. You know what? All I had to do is there's a cheat sheet over on the wall over there, but my eyes aren't good enough. I can't see that far. So go ahead, reactivate your phone, and let's see if we can get you a call right here. So call the Tooth Fairy right now. Now, we've told you all the services that families can get by going to Odessa Brown Children's Clinic, but until we build that new clinic, it's hard for some families to get to them. That's why we have to rely on community partners doing their part.
Go, go, go as hard as you can!
This might look like any other soccer practice.
Nice shot.
But the kids at this South Seattle field are learning skills that go far beyond the pitch.
We decided to use soccer as a platform to teach social emotional skills.
Head up.
Mark Fadul is the clinical director at the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic. He developed this program with the help of the Rainier Vista Boys and Girls Club and the Nolan Premier Soccer Academy.
The original need was for mental health support, but we figured that kids, one, they want to have fun, two, being active is really good for their brains.
The goal is to not just build better soccer players, but better people.
Everybody bring it in to Coach Mark and I. Today's reflection is complimenting your teammates. When you're playing today, I want you to think about how can you compliment your teammates. right? This is how we build positive culture, and this is what we stand for.
Through this program, Mark has been able to reach kids like 11-year-old Yedidia, who sometimes struggles keeping his emotions in check.
This is where your frustration kills you. You're not helping your teammates. You just kicked it to another team, to the other team, and you stood on this side of the field instead of going and getting it, right? It's not terrible. You're gonna learn, right? Go have fun.
So it's like helping me in the classroom, like trying to interact with other people, but I'm still kind of working on that, trying to get better.
Oh, I think it's essential, especially these days. We see more and more kids really wrestling with anxiety and depression. And if we don't do this type of work, it's only going to get worse in our area. This is a type of programming that is innovative and really handles a lot of the stressors.
It's nice to have people that like don't care about like how much money they're getting or like how much we need to pay or anything. They just care about developing us as human beings.
Everyone seems to be benefiting. Families have come up to us saying thank you so much. It's a free program, so it's high quality soccer that's absolutely free with a social emotional component. How good is that?
So we talk about in that package the importance of complimenting your teammates. I'm going to compliment one of our teammates, Mark Fadul, who you saw in that package, because you're really great at building partnerships in the community that benefit the kids. So tell us a little bit about a new partnership that you're excited about.
Very excited about partnering with the Ray Foundation through the Seattle Sounders. We already did one soccer program at Yesler Terrace Community Center, and it was fantastic. And we also are very excited about the continued relationship with the Rainier Vista Boys and Girls Club.
So through soccer, what are you hoping to teach and train the kids?
Well, every life skill can be learned through a sport. Every life skill. And what you see is kids are dying to get out and play, but so many kids are excluded from playing because they don't have the money to go into premier teams, etc. So we can provide premier level soccer trainings and for kids to learn life skills, how to handle frustration, how to identify emotions, how to compliment their own teammates. It's fantastic. And you wonder as these kids get older and face adversity, they have the skills they'll need so they don't have to use maladaptive behaviors.
So you're a soccer player, right?
Yes. Yes.
And well, I mean, all your life, so you must be pretty good. So you learned lessons that you now transmit to some of the students that you're working with. What are the big lessons that you think soccer helped you with?
That we're all much better if we work together. Much
Bet.
better if we work together. And making sure communication is also clear and honest and direct.
So one of the big needs in our community is mental health services, and you're one of the primary places that provide this. Tell us how you're addressing the increasing and sometimes urgent need for mental health services in the community.
Well, I think this is a great example because there's just not enough mental health providers in the community. So we have to get out into the community. Quality care with dignity is fantastic, and you'll get that every time you come through our doors. But if you can't get to our doors, it's not very dignifying to have quality care that you can't access. So we want to make sure we get out to the communities, serve as many kids as we can, disseminate great information in a way that's fun. Kids don't even know that they're learning social emotional skills because they're having too much fun.
And probably it's a little easier for them to learn this on the soccer field than for some kids to come into a clinic.
Yeah, and sit and talk to them like they're little adults. They're kids, they want to play, they need to move.
All right. Mark, thanks for the work you do. Thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you very much.
And a big boost for soccer as well, so thank you for that.
And the Sounders.
And the Sounders.
There you go.
All right, Jim, what's going on?
Oh, things are really heating up over here, Gene, not just because this room is about 300 degrees, am I right?
Absolutely.
All these bodies moving, all this excitement, everybody's overheating. The phones are overheating too, which is a really nice thing. And I think when I tell you this, they're going to overheat just a little bit more. Expedia has come in with a last-minute miracle match of $15,000. That means for the next 3 minutes, when you call in, your donation will be doubled. It'll be matched up to $15,000 thanks to our friends at Expedia, great partners of Odessa Brown Children's Clinic. And it's so easy to do. Just pick up the phone, 206-987-1061, 866-987-1061, or you can go online to seattlechildrens.org/OBCC special. And I swear I will memorize that by the end of the night, but it is a lot of letters all in a very small brain right here. Also, this is so easy. Just pick up your phone and text 51555, and that link will be sent to you, so you don't have to listen to me mumble my way through it. You'll actually get it right there on your phone. So coming up right now, Odessa Brown Children's Clinic is a leader in treating a lot of chronic illnesses, especially sickle cell anemia. Now, that's a disease that can really hold a person down, but not the little girl that you're about to meet right now.
The day that Celia was born was the best day of my life. It was just that pure joy of that love, just knowing that I was a father. It was just beyond everything that I can imagine and more.
But that joy quickly turned to anguish. Celia was born with sickle cell disease, a life-threatening condition.
What happens in sickle cell is under certain stresses, your blood cells change shape, and this eventually leads to decreasing blood flow and stopping blood flow to potentially any part of your body. Celia presented at Children's Hospital at 2 weeks of age with a severe blood and kidney infection that was quickly life-threatening.
I felt very hopeless. Seeing my daughter get her first blood transfusion, seeing her in pain.
Aside from sickle cell, Celia also has a severe pulmonary complication called acute chest syndrome, making it difficult for her to breathe.
It's uncontrollable pain that I can't control at all.
With my daughter, a cold can give her pneumonia. It can give her the flu more easily. It drops her immune system down. It's quite devastating.
Despite that, Celia never loses her spirit. She's someone that you come in, she's got a big mask on, attached to all these machines, and you ask how she's doing, and she gives you a big smile and gives a big thumbs up that is just heartwarming.
Celia's had a really hard time medically, but it's because of places like Odessa Brown Children's Clinic and because of her loving family that she's done so well.
We've been taking Celia to Odessa Brown her entire life. You don't have to worry as much. You can just say, I have the best providers, I have the best medicine, I have the best knowledge.
I know they are doctors, but inside I know that they are really good people and they're like friends and family to us.
Celia and her family are inspirational. They've been through so much, but they pull together as a family and their spirit is high.
She never stops. I just love her brightness, her energy. We're twins. We can call each other twins. But she brings the best out of me.
Yeah.
We have a really great treat for you now. Celia is here with her dad. We actually had to turn down the lights because their smiles are so bright. So please welcome Celia and her father.
All right, Demont and Celia, thank you for joining us. And Celia, you are one of the patient ambassadors for Odessa Brown now. So what does being an ambassador mean to you?
Being an ambassador means like being a part of Seattle Children's, being the family, being a part of all the action and all the excitement and all the smiles of the doctors when you just walk in.
I get the impression you like the action and the excitement. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Yeah. And is your dad pretty good at talking on camera too?
Yes.
So, truth to tell, these two are kind of a team. They've done this before. So, Demont, what does Odessa Brown mean to you and your family?
It means everything. Basically, since I was been there since I was 7 years old, and me having my own daughter is family. They taking care of me, and I wouldn't have no other place except Odessa Brown. They're real special to me, and they have a special heart for me. So they're real special, and they know how to take care of people. So especially health, dental, and any situation they're willing to take on for you.
Are you crying because it means so much to you?
It does. It does. With my journey with my daughter is very special, just to know I can call on the doctor and just to know that they're for me. My daughter's very special, of course, but having that unity and just knowing that they will take care of us, And just to know that they, especially being with even Children's Hospital, it's very special, and just knowing that we can be ambassadors and we're part of the team. And especially just doing this and just to raise money and just to do a new Odessa Brown, that is so special for us.
It's special for everybody too.
Yes.
So Celia, what does it make you feel like when you see your dad cry when he loves you so much?
Like, I know.
You know he's a big softie, right?
I am.
Two peas in a pod.
What do you mean 2 peas in a pod?
It's like, we know each other, what we're thinking, and we know what we are sometimes conjuring, and
oh, conjuring also. Yeah. Okay.
It just like, we know a lot of each other, you know.
Well, and you've been through. Go ahead.
He took me to so many doctor's appointments and so many emergencies to the emergency room, and all the dental appointments and all the hospital appointments. He'd been through me in and out, even at home, and a lot.
So, I mean, the two of you obviously have been through so much together. Yes. And Celia, I'm so impressed when I see how bright you are and the smiles that you always bring to whatever you're talking about. How do you keep that positive attitude?
I just think about the outcomes of all the all the people's smiles, all the people's happiness, and I just take that and bring it to my world, and also talk about my dad and my family and how much they love me, and how much my doctors and how much Seattle Children's love me, and all my friends love me.
So everybody loves you. We love you too.
Yes.
DeMont, we're going to give you the last word. What would you like to say?
Well, Children's Hospital is a very special place too, for my family, and we're just trying to bring it out to everybody else. They're a big community in the CD section, but we would like to bring it out to many more people. So this is a beginning of a start that hopefully it will never end. This is a continuum of hope. Basically, as Dr. Danielson being here, he's a big contributor. He knows how to speak to people, and he's a great doctor. And there's other people as well. As Lenny Wilkins is here, he's a big supporter as well. There's so many people, and we're just asking for everybody else to join the group with us, because
join the group.
We cannot do it without. We're not just a single team. We need everybody else who can contribute. And if you know you need a family, because everybody knows Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
So we just want everybody to join in and just help everybody else out.
Well, we found another coach.
Yeah.
So
well, we want to thank you both very much for being ambassadors for Odessa Brown.
Thank you.
And thank you for all you're doing for each other. You're quite the team. 2 peas in a pod.
Very true.
We'll be right back.
Caleb was born with a severe digestive condition with no known cure. Our specialized knowledge of his rare disorder saved his life. And today, he's proof that when you say yes to Seattle Children's, we can say yes to providing hope for kids every day. See what your yes can do at seattlechildrens.org/yes. Hope, care, cure.
Earlier in the program tonight, we talked about expansion plans for the Odessa Brown Clinic. We're really excited that we're going to break ground in September. Between now and then, there are a lot of partners to bring into the fold, and there are a lot of things that we have to do. But Ben, you're driving this train, and what are you most looking forward to?
I'm part of a big team, a big family of people who are making this happen, and I'm just looking forward to the opportunity to serve more people who are moving further and further out from where we used to see most of them in the central area. Our communities are changing, our neighborhoods are changing, and if we're not responding to that, then we're going to be left behind, and we won't be able to fulfill the promises that we've made to this community for over almost 50 years. Yeah.
One of the things I like about the plans, the main 2 floors are going to be Odessa Brown, but then there's housing and appropriate rate of housing costs. And then there's a whole community of other services and other partners with us, schools and nutrition, etc. So it's not just the Odessa Brown Clinic, it's a whole community at the Othello train stop that's going to make this a stronger community and a better health system possible.
That's absolutely right. That light rail is the aorta, the main artery for King County. And we're in the right spot to be able to provide the best care. And that square, it's a village. It has everything you need, from housing to job opportunities for adults. And most importantly to me, in our same building is an early learning program called Tiny Tots. And so we can really work tightly with them and fulfill this promise of making sure that our job is done. And when our job is done, that means a child is learning and thriving in school, and their future is as bright as Celia's smile.
Yeah, and they are. 2 peas in a pod and bright smiles, and it's got to make you feel really good about the kind of care that you're providing to all the families that Odessa Brown serves. 40,000 visits every year. So while we've been talking about the new clinic and about the plans for expansion, the phones have been ringing, and a friend of Martin Selig's, an anonymous donor, has now added another $25,000, which means Martin Selig's gift to Odessa Brown is actually $50,000. And as you continue to call and you continue to give donations online, all of the donations up to $50,000 are going to be matched dollar for dollar. You give $100, that's really $200. You give $1,000, that's $2,000.
Again, I like that math. That is great. That is so, I'm so very excited. This is really amazing.
And Martin Selig gave $25,000 and somebody else gave $25,000, bringing it to $50,000. And we're not stopping here because we have a big clinic and we have a big community we have to provide services for. And we want you to join in. We want you to be part of that team. So keep on giving, and we thank you for doing so tonight.
This is part of an amazing community. You've seen the people, you've seen the energy and the power. This is something really special, and you have a chance to be part of this. This is a gift to all of us, to you and to us, for the future of our kids.
How's it been going on the phones, Jim Dever?
The
Join
phones
us.
are going great. I can't believe some of the stories we heard tonight. I mean, that $25,000 donation, mind-blowing.
Pretty fabulous.
Also, earlier tonight, we had a $20,000 donation from an anonymous donor in honor of her husband. We had a $10,000 donation I just heard about that our friends at Safeway Albertsons just pulled in. And there's a whole story behind that, too. What happened there was they heard that we had some generous donors in the community who were going to match, and they said $10,000, let's make it into 20.
So, I mean, we really, really appreciate all the generosity of all these big donors. What we really want to do also is get the whole community to be part of this team. And no gift is too small. No gift is too big, but we don't want to discourage anybody because we really need the whole community.
You know what is too small?
What's
Jean?
too small?
I am. Now, I know Dr. Ben is
Can
tall.
I tell you the truth?
And you need to stand on a box.
Just about.
Well, I'm out
Just
here
about
and
the
you're
right
like
size.
towering over me.
Here, we'll do it.
I was like, I'm not.
He towers over all of
than
us.
that. I mean, I know I'm not the biggest guy. There. How about that? It's been such a pleasure working with you today.
Well,
I look up to both of you no matter what.
Oh, yeah, sure you do. You're a
I'm
doctor in front of your name. You don't look up to me.
Yeah,
at
maybe
all.
pint-sized, but I want to get this really big message across.
Yes.
That you don't have very many opportunities to do something really, really great for kids and for the community that makes the kids stronger, the health system stronger, and our whole community stronger. This is the place to put your effort, your passion, and your energy. This is the kind of thing I think a lot of us in the community have been waiting for, to say, yes, we can be better. Yes, we can make a real difference. And the Odessa Brown Clinic, through Dr. Ben and through your passion and your energy and through what all of you are doing tonight to contribute, it's making a second Odessa Brown possible. But what's really important is it's making excellent health care for kids in our community possible, and it's building a stronger, healthier community for the future.
And you can keep giving after this broadcast ends. You can keep on giving. Go to the numbers on your screen and go online, and you can keep giving over and over again as long as you want. We will take it.
I'm gonna take this chance to just say thank you so much to everybody. This is a meaningful moment for so many smiling faces out there. Thank you for everyone. Everyone in the community. It's amazing.
Good night.
Growing Wellness, an Odessa Brown Children's Clinic and Seattle Children's Special, is sponsored by Seattle Children's.